In a world that moves relentlessly fast, romanticizing life becomes a quiet act of courage. It is choosing presence over pressure, meaning over speed, and depth over distraction. It is not about ignoring pain or pretending that life is always beautiful. It is about believing that beauty exists even within imperfection, waiting patiently to be noticed. We often live as if life is something that begins later. Later when we have more money, later when we are more successful, later when everything finally makes sense. But the truth is, life is happening now. This breath, this heartbeat, this moment. Romanticizing life is the decision to stop postponing joy and start honoring the miracle of being alive today. The quiet miracle of existing. The miracle of life is not loud. It does not announce itself with fireworks or applause. It arrives quietly, every morning, when your eyes open and the world is still there. The fact that your body knows how to breathe without instruction, how your heart keeps beating without being reminded, is nothing short of extraordinary. We wake up and move through our days on autopilot, rarely stopping to acknowledge how miraculous it is to simply exist, to have senses that feel warmth, hear music, taste sweetness, to have thoughts, memories, dreams. Romanticizing life begins when we treat these everyday functions not as guarantees, but as gifts. Imagine living each day with the awareness that this moment will never happen again. This version of you, at this age, in this season, will never exist twice. When you realize that, even ordinary moments become sacred. Slowing down in a world that rushes you. Modern life rewards speed, productivity is praised, stillness is misunderstood. We are taught to keep moving, to keep achieving, to keep chasing the next goal without ever pausing to ask if we are actually enjoying the journey. Romanticizing life asks a different question. What if slowing down is not falling behind? What if it is finally arriving? There is beauty in walking instead of running, in listening instead of scrolling, in sitting quietly with your thoughts rather than drowning them out with noise. When you slow down, life begins to speak. You notice how the light shifts during the day. You notice the comfort of familiar spaces. You notice yourself. Human connection, the heart of a romanticized life. No success, no achievement, no amount of recognition can replace the warmth of human connection. At the center of a meaningful life are the people who see you, hold space for you, and walk beside you. Romanticizing life means valuing conversations over accomplishments. It means understanding that a shared laugh, a long embrace, or a moment of understanding can shape your soul more deeply than any milestone. These moments are fleeting, fragile, and irreplaceable. We often underestimate the power of being present with others, to truly listen, to truly care, to truly love. Yet these moments are the ones we remember most when everything else fades. Life is not measured by how much we achieve alone, but by how deeply we connect together. Finding happiness in small, ordinary moments. One of the most beautiful aspects of romanticizing life is learning that happiness does not need to be dramatic to be real. It lives in simplicity. It lives in morning light spilling through a window, in the calm of a quiet evening, in the feeling of your favorite song reaching something inside you that words cannot. These moments are small, but they are powerful. When you begin to appreciate the little things, life stops feeling empty. You realize that joy has been visiting you all along. You were just too busy looking elsewhere. Romanticizing life trains your eyes to see abundance instead of lack. Redefining success. Society often defines success as constant growth, constant achievement, and constant motion. But romanticizing life invites us to redefine what success truly means. Success can be peace. Success can be emotional stability. Success can be waking up and feeling grateful instead of rushed. There is nothing wrong with ambition. Dreams give life direction. But when success becomes the only focus, life turns into a race rather than an experience. Romanticizing life reminds us that it's possible to pursue goals while still appreciating where we are now. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to enjoy the present without guilt. You are allowed to live, not just prepare to live. Presence as a form of love. To romanticize life is to treat your own existence with tenderness. It is choosing to show up for your days instead of rushing through them. Presence is not passive, it's an active form of love. When you are present, you begin to hear your own thoughts more clearly. You begin to understand your emotions instead of suppressing them. You begin to feel life instead of merely surviving it. Romanticizing life means allowing yourself to feel deeply, even when it hurts, because depth is what makes life rich. Feeling deeply means you are alive, and that is something to honor, not fear. Finding meaning even in difficulty. Romanticizing life does not deny hardship. Pain is part of being human. Loss, disappointment, and uncertainty shape us in ways comfort never could. But even in difficulty, there is meaning. Growth happens quietly in moments of struggle. Strength is built in places no one else can see. Romanticizing life teaches us that even painful chapters deserve compassion because they are part of our becoming. Life is not always gentle, but it is always teaching. Choosing wonder over numbness. One of the greatest dangers of modern life is numbness. We consume, scroll, distract, and rush until we forget how to feel wonder. Romanticizing life is a return to curiosity. It's asking yourself, when was the last time I truly noticed the world around me? When was the last time I felt awe? When was the last time I allowed myself to be moved? Wonder is not childish, it's human. And when we lose it, life loses its color. Living, not just existing. At its core, romanticizing life is a choice to live deliberately, a choice to treat each day as something meaningful rather than something to get through. You are not here only to work, achieve, and survive. You are here to experience, to love, to learn, to feel, to grow. And when you choose to romanticize life, you realize that happiness is not waiting for you in the future. It has been quietly unfolding in the present all along. So slow down, look around, breathe deeply, appreciate where you are, and who you are becoming. This moment, right now, is worthy of your attention. This is your life, and it deserves to be lived beautifully.